I'm going to be showing you how to make the Tunisian wave stitch. It's going to look a little something like this. This is a completed tank top in the Tunisian wave stitch that is free on my blog, so if you're interested, click the link down in my bio. So for this stitch, you're going to need 3 colors. For this pattern, I'm going to be using the tan for color A, the brown for color B, and the orange for color C. You're also going to need a crochet hook in whatever the yarn suggests you to do. I'm going to be using a small crochet hook because I'm only going to be doing a small square. So to start out, you're going to start with your color A, and you're going to chain a multiple of 10 plus 2. So for this tutorial, I'm going to just chain 12. So we got our 10, so you could do 22 or 32. I'm doing 12. So once you have your multiple of 10 plus 2 chain, we're going to Tunisian simple stitch across. I'm going to go over this super quickly. If you're not sure what the Tunisian simple stitch is, please watch this video here. So Tunisian simple stitch, we're going to go underneath the back bumps and pull up a loop and do that all the way across. Alright, so now the amount of loops on your hook should equal the amount of chains that you chained. And we're just going to return pass. Okay, right before we get to the very end, we want to switch to our color B. So if you're not sure how to change colors when Tunisian crochet, you can watch this video. I'm just going to be going over it super quickly. So I'm going to make a slip knot of my color B, put it on my hook, and pull it through. Okay, so now we're gonna drop our color A, and we're gonna be working with our color B now. So the very first row of the Tunisian wave stitch, we're going to Tunisian simple stitch 2 times. So we're going to go under, pull up a loop, and under, pull up a loop twice. So now we have 3 loops on our hook. We're then going to Tunisian double stitch 4 times. So just like a double crochet, we're gonna yarn over, insert our hook underneath, yarn over, pull up a loop. So we have 2 loops on our hook, and yarn over, pull through both loops. So it's like a double crochet without the final pull through at the end. So we're going to do that 4 times. So yarn over, insert our hook underneath the vertical bar, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And again, yarn over, insert your hook underneath, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And 1 more. So now we have our 3 at the beginning and then our 4 double Tunisian stitches. Next, we're going to Tunisian simple stitch 2 more times. So 1, 2. And then we are going to Tunisian slip stitch 2 times. What a slip stitch looks like is you're going to go under the vertical bar, but you're just gonna leave it there. You're not gonna pull up a loop, you're just going to count this as your new loop. So once and twice. And there you go. So that is the repeat of the Tunisian wave stitch. So if you chained more than this, you would start back up on the 2 simple stitches, then go back to the 4 doubles, then 2 singles, and 2 slip stitches. And you just keep repeating that to slowly make this wave. Once you reach the very end of the row, you're just going to go into the last Tunisian simple stitch and then yarn over, pull through. So that is what the end of your Tunisian wave stitch should look like. And then we're just gonna return pass like normal. So yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2 across. Before you get to the very end, we're going to change colors back to color A. So you're going to swap your 2 colors. I usually put my color that I'm changing from on the right side and then pull through with color A. And I we're going to leave our colors we're not using still attached, so we don't have to change colors and have loose ends all the time. Now we are on to the third row. For this row, all we're going to do is Tunisian simple stitch across. So inserting our hook underneath the vertical bar, pulling up a loop all the way across. With the double crochets, you should see this vertical bar up here, and that's what we're going into. So we should still maintain the height of the double Tunisian stitch. And we go back into the Tunisian simple stitches. And then these are our 2 loops that we're going into for the slip stitch. And then lastly, we'll go into our last Tunisian stitch. And there you go. So now we're just gonna return pass like normal. And then right before we get to the very last one, we're going to be changing colors to our color C. Putting my slip knot on my hook and pulling through. All right, so now row 4 is going to be a little bit different. We're going to start with a Tunisian double. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the vertical bar, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we're going to Tunisian simple stitch 2 times. 1, 2. And then we're going to slip stitch twice. And then we're going to do Tunisian simple stitch 2 times. Then we're going to do Tunisian double stitch 3 times. And then we're going to finish off by Tunisian simple stitching into the last Tunisian stitch. And there you go. So that is the 4th row. So you can see that the slip stitches are going to happen on the very peak of the previous row of color B, and the double crochets are going to happen on where we slip stitched color B. And it's going to move back and forth so we get that wave stitch for each color. So now we're just going to return pass like normal. And then right before we get to our very last stitch, we're going to pull through with our color A. And so I put my orange tail to the right and pull through. All right, so now onto row 5. So just like with color A we did in this last row, we're just going to do a Tunisian simple stitch row. All right, and there you go. That is how you do the Tunisian wave stitch. So the end of your rows, you're going to have all these tails at the end here. If you keep them to the right all the time, you're gonna have a line of yarn here. And you can usually do a row of single crochets on the side and it will hide all of those ends. You'll also, if you want to do more rows, you're just going to be repeating rows 2 through 5. So this section here. So next would be color B with this look, and then color A, color C, color A. If you want to make this longer, you just repeat this sequence once again. And then you're always going to start and end with this Tunisian simple stitch. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions about this. It is a difficult stitch, and so I hope I explained it thoroughly enough. If you're interested in trying this pattern, once again, the pattern is linked down below in the description. And if you'd like to see more tutorials of this, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching!